advice do you have for Brian and LeeAnne?
And he had little piglets. I don't know if he's a friend of
Never go
LeeAnne's
to bed
or something like that.
That never go to bed angry. What advice do you have for Brian and LeeAnne?
Run and don't come back.
Ooh, that's a rough one. Okay, let's see what we have over here. What advice do you have? I'm serious.
Was it like a young one?
Oh, I don't know. I was much younger.
Get more dogs. Remember.
What advice do you have for Brian and LeeAnne?
Go have fun. What advice? Don't let me think of that.
Not too late. What advice do you have for Brian and LeeAnne?
Just be kind and generous your whole life.
The whole life, you got that?
I have one.
What do you have for Brian?
Do everything your wife tells you and you'll get along fine.
You know what they say, happy wife, happy life.
Hurry up and go make babies.
What advice do you have for Brian and LeeAnne?
Right, LeeAnne,
If I could
just
get
keep
out
the
my-
Bud Light flowing and everything will go fine with us.
Yeah, like see that?
Good advice. And you, what advice do you have?
Kind to one another.
You're a big sister. All the time or just sometimes?
Most of the time.
There you go.
Waiting for the grandchildren to arrive. Yay! Get working at it.
That starts tomorrow night, right?
Yes.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the union of LeeAnne Patricia Flicht and Brian David Guestwicki in holy matrimony. Marriage is a solemn vow, one of love and trust, of caring and steadfast devotion. This is a pivotal moment in their lives when the love that they hold for one another is codified in the covenant of marriage. Let us pray. Gracious and ever-loving God, look after LeeAnne and Brian as they seek your blessings. Guide them on their path to happiness with one another. Support them and help them support each other. Let your infinite love and understanding be made manifest in the love and understanding they share. For this we humbly pray. Amen. And now we have a reading from Brian's sister, Kathy.
An Irish blessing. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures. May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. May you feel no rain, for each of you will be a shelter to the other. May you feel no cold, for each of you will be warm to the other. May there be no loneliness for you, though you are two persons, but there is one life before you. May you go to your dwelling place to enter into the days of your togetherness, and may your days be good and long together. May God be with you and bless you. May you see your children's children. May you be in poor in misfortune, rich in blessings, slow to make enemies, quick to make friends. But rich or poor, quick or slow, may you know nothing but happiness from this day forward.
Thank you, Kathy. Next, we will have LeeAnne's Uncle Rex sing Ave Maria.
Ave Maria.
Thank you, Rick. And now we will have a reading by LeeAnne's aunt, Teresa.
This reading is taken from St. Paul's letter to the Romans almost 2,000 years ago. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone.
Thank you. Earlier, I spoke of today as being a pivotal moment, and it is, at least for the tax implications. But in a much truer sense, it isn't so much a pivotal moment as it is a continuation of a life intertwined. When I talked with LeeAnne and Brian in preparation for today, they talked about how they fell into a groove early on that just seemed to click. Even when they had to deal with distance early in their relationship, they made it work. They said that part of what makes it work is accommodating each other's little quirks. And though I pressed them for examples of little quirks that I could share with all of you lovely people, they suddenly couldn't seem to think of any. It's almost as if they thought I would twist those quirks for comedic effect in front of their friends and family. I have no idea why they thought that. But that notwithstanding, accommodating each other's quirks exemplifies why what they had together is worth striving for. And it's not always easy to find something worth striving for. All too often, people are tempted to make excuses, to duck the hard decisions, and to play it safe. But that's not what LeeAnne and Brian did. And I feel like I got a glimpse into why when we spoke. When I asked them what they appreciated about each other, they listed many of the same things. And at the heart of all of those was acceptance. We all want to be accepted. Accepted in what we do, accepted in what we say, accepted not just for how we're perceived, but accepted for who we really are. And this is something that we all strive for, and this acceptance, this deep, fundamental acceptance, is what LeeAnne and Brian have been blessed enough to have found with one another. And it fills me with so much joy to see the happiness and love that it has brought them. And speaking of love, we have a song by LeeAnne's father, Doug.
falling in love with you. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you.
Thank you, Doug. All right, now the important part. Brian, do you take LeeAnne to be your wife, to care for her, to build a life with her, and to fill that life with respect, happiness, and love?
I do.
And LeeAnne, do you take Brian to be your husband, to care for, to build a life with, and to fill that life with respect, happiness, and love?
I do.
All right, and we will do the vows. You two can step forward and join hands. And we'll start with Brian. Repeat after me. I, Brian,
I, Brian,
take you, LeeAnne,
take you, LeeAnne,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
for richer or for poor,
for richer or for poor,
sickness or in health,
in sickness and or health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
for all the days of my life.
for all the days of my life.
And now, LeeAnne, repeat after me. I, LeeAnne,
I, LeeAnne,
take you, Brian,
take you, Brian,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
for richer or for poor,
for richer and for poorer,
in sickness or in health,
in sickness or in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
for all the days of my life.
for all the days of my life.
Please bring forth the rings. God, bless these rings, that they may stand as a symbol of the vows that these two have pledged to one another here today. LeeAnne, I give to you this ring.
LeeAnne, I give to you this ring.
Let it be a symbol of my vow,
Let it be a symbol of my vow,
that with all that I have
with all that I have
and all that I am,
and all that I am,
I will love you,
I will love you,
now and always.
now and always.
Brian, I give to you this ring.
Brian, I give to you this ring.
Let it be a symbol of my vow,
Let it be a symbol of my vow,
with all that I have
with all that I have
and all that I am,
and all that I am.
I will love you,
I will love you,
now and always.
now and always.
God above, watch over LeeAnne and Brian as they move forward in their life together. Bless them and keep them. May they live their life together graced by your love. And let all those gathered here today bear witness to their commitment to each other. In giving themselves to one another through solemn vow, in joining together their hands, and in the exchanging of rings, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal it with a kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, for the first time as a married couple, LeeAnne and Brian.
How's it feel to be married for 10 minutes?
Yeah, because
Congratulations.
Thanks, Mark. say thank you all so much.
Hey, listen up.
We just want to say thank you all so much for coming. It just means the world to us to have all of our family and friends here in one room, and we're really excited to be married and for tonight to have a good party. So we'll have fun. Yay!
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin, and as I look to my fellow groomsmen, I can confidently introduce myself as the best man up here. I got some laughers here, that's good. Now's a good time to point out that I practiced the speech on my wife, so if it sucks, feel free to blame me. First, I'd like to acknowledge the beautiful bride and her lovely bridesmaids. Don't they look great? And I'd also like to acknowledge all the hard work and dedication that went into all the wedding preparation on behalf of the bride and the groom. A sincere and heartfelt thank you to all dignified, fine gentlemen. And I wonder why LeeAnne gave up looking for those qualities. In all seriousness, it's been an honor to have been Brian's friend for over 21 years. And for 21 years, we developed a bond that I can only describe as a brotherhood. We did everything together. We worked jobs together, we went to school together, we went on road trips together, we complained about ex-girlfriends together. Don't get me started on all the in-depth philosophical Star Wars debates we had. And just when I thought I knew everything there was to know about Brian, LeeAnne came along, and let's just say she was able to polish him up a bit. By the way, anyone who's known Brian for like over 2 weeks knows that he hates being the center of attention. That's what makes this the funnest night of my life. LeeAnne, thank you for being a positive force in my best friend's life. When I see the love and respect he has for you, I know we made the right choice. So, without further ado, please join me in raising a glass to the happy couple's honor. May you be blessed with health, happiness, and good fortune.
My phone. So hi everyone, it's truly wonderful to be here with you all today to celebrate LeeAnne and Brian. I'm Erin, and it's been an extraordinary pleasure today to be LeeAnne's maid of honor. I first met LeeAnne when we joined a sorority together at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, go Badgers. We hit it off right away, and being new to UW, I was so happy to have found such a sweet, funny, and caring friend. I also soon found out that LeeAnne will also be the perfect partner in crime. This became quite clear when LeeAnne was politely asked to leave our first ever sorority social after sneaking in a few drinks. As we spent more time together, I had the chance to learn what a truly incredible person LeeAnne is. At UW, LeeAnne was not only undertaking a double major in biology and French, but also casually volunteering at the hospital, participating in our sorority's philanthropic events, performing in the school dance troupe, choreographing our sorority's musical, and training for half marathons. I never actually witnessed her sleeping, but she insisted it happened every once in a while. Even with all of this going on, LeeAnne always made time for her friends and her family, and was always there anytime anyone ever needed a hug, a good laugh, or midnight chats over wine. The amazing thing about LeeAnne is even though her life has gotten even busier, which I didn't think was possible, she still goes above and beyond for the people she loves. This year, LeeAnne has been balancing a very competitive pediatric residency program, conducting research, supporting a training program for medical interns, applying for fellowships, and of course, planning this beautiful wedding. But she still makes every effort to show her loved ones how much she cares. From date nights with Brian to hosting holidays at her home in North Carolina with just a few hours to see her family and then back to the hospital, to showering her friends with love at their weddings and birthdays, LeeAnne always makes her people feel so loved. LeeAnne is truly a once-in-a-lifetime kind of friend, and I know she'll be a once-in-a-lifetime kind of partner for Brian. I know I speak for all of LeeAnne's friends when I say that nothing makes us happier to know that she's found someone who knows how incredibly special she is. My greatest wish for you both is that every day you'll be able to share in each other's successes, be sources of strength for each other during turbulent times, and have a home filled with joy. I love you so much, and I wish you a lifetime of happiness together. Let's raise our glasses and cheers to the beautiful couple.
Southeast area and a little bit of the trek to get here, but we appreciate your coming, as do Brian's parents, Jim and Carrie, who also offer blessings tonight to their children. LeeAnne has always been my little princess, so this is a little bit hard for me, a little bit emotional. From the time she was born and growing up, she was always very strong, always very self-reliant, maybe a little demanding at times, but in a good way. And I'm just kind of in awe of her actually, in that she is very determined. She is very fearless in going after the things that she wants. And it is inspiring to see her. It's inspiring to see her grow up. It's inspiring to see her get married today. She and Brian, actually in some ways, are like my wife and I, in that I met Flora when I was in my third year of law school at Michigan in February. And we had not met before, we had not known each other, but we then carried on a long-distance relationship for several years, ultimately getting married in 1981. We've been married since then. LeeAnne and Brian met in LeeAnne's last year of medical school at Ann Arbor, and they've made it work, and that's why we're here today. And so I just wanted to say how proud I am of LeeAnne, how wonderful it is to meet and know Brian, to have him ask for LeeAnne's hand in marriage, which I thought was nice. And so I wanted to suggest that we raise a toast to the bride and groom and ask for their continued success and their wonderful life together, having found each other to go forward in love.
Good evening, Flora, the very proud mother of the bride, and their very proud mother-in-law of Brian. All weddings are a family affair, but this one really took all of both families to get it put together. There are people in my family who insisted that I not name them, even though some of them have spent pretty much their entire summers preparing for this wedding. And so y'all know who you are, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I am going to name one person, my sister-in-law, Michaeline, who worked all summer to help prepare the decorations for this, but could not be here tonight because she's under the weather. And she did an incredible job. So I did want to thank her. So now I'd like to let us all bow our heads in prayer. Loving and everlasting God, we thank you for LeeAnne and Brian and their decision to enter into holy matrimony. We thank you for everyone here who has made a great effort to be here and to share in the joy that we have. We thank you for the food that has been prepared and for everyone who has worked on this wedding. In God's name, amen.